started. Okay, now so we have seen this vertical clustering. So now I have created two servers. I have created a virtual server with IP as, let me show you. So this is one server whose IP is 192.168.0.102, and then there is other one which is 192.168.0.104. So we are going to do horizontal clustering today. So what I'll do is I'll remove the previous instances and we'll see it from the beginning so that we will also know that how to do it during configuration. Okay, so let me go to this server first. I will have to remove my RCU so that I don't create additional one. Let me just revalidate if I'm recording this one. Yeah, it's being recorded. Good. Okay, so I'm here now. This is my current directory. I'll go to Oracle Common bin, and then there is RCU. So let's see the current location. So this is my current location. So you have to go to the Oracle Common bin to run RCU, and I'll run my RCU. Let the window come in. Okay, so this window has come up. So last time I created RCUs. So what I have to do is I have to drop RCU first and then I'll recreate it. So let me drop the RCUs. So what was my IP hostname should be same, 192.168.0.
Actually, I was stuck in this step when I was doing that, when I was executing that RCU.
So you're not able to get it?
No, actually something, I think it is issue with like username and password. I'm just giving what I have given earlier only, but
in that case, you do one thing, you create one more user and assign its DBA privileges, and then try with another user in case there is an issue with that user. You can create one more user.
okay.
Try doing that. Okay, service name, I think I have forgot my service name. Let me just check it. The .ora env, this will tell me what was the Oracle SID. I think it's ORCL. Okay. Yes, select instance name from B.
For you have given.
Okay. Okay, so this is fine. Okay, so that is also working. And let me revalidate my. Okay, so that's fine. So I can give host name as this as well. Okay, or let it be that. Service name should be. Okay, so this is my service name. Username. Let's say let me use this. Okay, so it's connecting. That means my username, password, and all other details are correct. Okay, so this is BISP schema is what I created last time. So I'm gonna remove everything now. I'll be dropping it. Okay, let's see. It failed for something. I've selected everything. Click OK. I'll have to check for the error. It's failing for something.
So every time when we want to run that what we call SQL plus slash as 6dba, we need to first execute .ora-env, right?
That will set your environment. So to make sure that you're connecting to the correct SID. So for that reason, you can set it. Otherwise, if you've done it, it will already be there in your system. So even if I do SQL plus and connect, it should connect. But just to make sure that
Okay.
I'm connecting to the right one, I just do that.
Okay, sure. So when it displays Oracle SID and particular name in the bracket, that is our ID, right?
No, that may
ID
be
reference is
generic one.
okay, generic username. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, let me check for this log. Okay, so it says MDS is connected to database. Something is running. Let's see. Okay, this is only RCU. Nothing should be running, but let me just revalidate to make sure it is down.
And when I just tried to do TNS ping on ORCL,
Okay.
it just stated that unknown command beginning TNS ping.
You have your database installed already on that system?
Yeah, it is installed. On the day you checked, right? If you remember.
Yeah, I mean, we did partially. Okay. And okay, see if it is installed properly, yeah, it was saying it is installed, right? So it should have been done.
Okay.
With
After
that,
that, I am
that's
running.
fine. Maybe what you have done is you have not set the path properly.
Okay.
So that may be the only possibility. Okay, so let me do this for now.
Yeah, okay, we will check that later.
Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, something happened. I'll just shut down my system and restart because it's saying there is a connection. I should have used shutdown immediate, but let's see. Okay, so it's running. Okay, so let me just shut down. Okay. Okay, let me quickly do this. Let me bounce.
Immediate spelling is wrong. I-double-M-E. I mean,
Okay, so that's faster. Okay, so it is shut down. Let me start it. Okay, now I'm exiting out of this and let me run RCU again. Okay, it has come up. Drop repository. .1521. Service name would be ORCL. This password. Okay, so let's go to this. Okay, so this is a list of schemas which I created earlier, and I'm going to drop these. So all these schemas and their relevant table spaces will be dropped. Like we can see, these are the schema owners and these are the table spaces allocated to these schema owners. So everything will be dropped now, and when I'll reconfigure, at that time I'll recreate it. Okay, in the meantime, till the time it is dropping these schemas, I have my another server where binaries are not being placed. So let me place those binaries here. Okay, so I'm connected to this, and okay, I don't have a directory, so let's create a directory first. Permission denied. Okay, so let's do this. So I created a directory, and then I'll change the owner for this. Okay, so this is being done. Now I should be able to access this directory. Okay, so I'm good. Directory is created, and let me place the files. So what I need is I need Java. Let's refresh. So Java is required. And I would also need this OHS, I think. Is it the correct one? Let's see. Okay, I'm not
What
sure
is
on
he? Just a web server.
It's web server. I'm just checking whether this binary which I'm downloaded is it the correct one. I'm not sure on this one. Let me take it from somewhere else. So let me place this for now. So WebLogic I'm placing, and in the meantime let me search. It should be somewhere. This is for Spark. Okay, I think I may not be having it for Linux. I've already downloaded for Spark. Let me quickly download for this as well. So I need for this version.
In the meanwhile, will you check my RCU thing once? Or
Okay, I think this got done. Okay, so this is being dropped. Yeah, I'll check for it. 1 second. Give me a minute.
yeah.
So what we'll do is when this installation goes in process, no, at that time let's check it so that we have.
Yeah, sure. We have established one step.
Yeah. Okay, so let's configure the Java in the meantime. So we are here. Okay, so there is slow response on the server. That should not happen, but it's happening. Okay, let me unzip it. Okay, it's star. So
Unzip.
so this is star one. So let me run both command at the same. I think there seems to be some problem with my network. It is responding slow today for some reason because running a command also is taking a bit of a time. Anyways, by the time it copies, we should be able to configure it. Or we can do one more thing, just pick it from here, because anyways it's all same. Sorry. Okay, env if I'll run env grep java. So I'll pick this and let me also pick the path. Java pipe path. Okay, it doesn't return anything. It will not give the exact one. Okay, so this, let me pick it. And put me in, it's same version, right? 77, update 77. Yes, it is. Okay. So let me quickly add it here. So that's my Java home. And so this is just in case I want to edit. I have edited it. Okay, I can do one more thing. I can just check for my bash file here. Okay, so there is ant here, there is this thing, Java home pin. Yeah, fine. Okay, so Java should be set now. Let me run the bash profile. Let's check for Java. Okay, so Java is configured and this file is transferred. So I'm unzipping this one. In the meantime, RCU is dropped, so we can go for this installation. And in the meantime, we can also create the RCU. So my database is here on 104. And I need to do this installation. So installation is already there. We will not be doing installation on this one because we already have it. Instead, what we'll do is we'll remove the existing domains and then create the new one. Okay, so it's going to take some time. Let me just revalidate if we see anything. Okay, so I don't see anything, so it should have been removed, and this is also done. Okay, so let's quickly run this. Java is configured, so let's go for this and do installation. Also, so this is getting extracted. Meanwhile, let's create the RCU again. what is my current location. So this is the location. I'm going to create RCU again. Okay, so it should be about to be launched. RCU should come. So I'm creating my RCU in the meantime. Let me take the details. Okay. So this is my other one on this server. So it has been launched. Let's go for the installation. So I'm changing the path to customize location. So /user1/aura inventory. And I also have to make sure when I do this installation configuration and all, I need to keep my directory structure same across. So on the first server, the way I have created the directory structure, I have to maintain the same for the second one, so that both are in sync and both should look alike. Because if you customize it, then you may get issues and then you need to correct it yourself considering, and you need to remember where you are placing those. So okay, let's see. So this is another server where I am installing and I'm changing this path. Let's make sure that my binaries are at this location on the other server as well. So I'm running that one for 102. Okay, let's check if I have this location here. Okay, so this is correct. So at this location I have all the Weblogic files. So my installation files for Weblogic resides under this directory. So I'll be creating same for my other server. So 102, I'll be choosing the same location. So all my Weblogic binaries comes in here. Going for next. I'll not be going for examples here. It's doing a prerequisite checks. So prerequisite checks are passed. I don't want to go for my support, Oracle support. So ignoring that and going for install. So that installation is in progress. Let's quickly create the RCU as well. (1521) service name sys. Okay, so I'm ignoring this for now. Okay, now here I'll assign same what I gave earlier across. So BISP schemas. I'm assigning same password to all schemas and then going ahead with creating table spaces for it. So it's taking some time. Meanwhile, our installation is in progress. Okay, so I think you can show your screen now. Mohan, let me. Okay, so this is done. Let's just go to last step. So I'll click on create, and till the time it is creating, we can see your screen. Okay.
Yeah.
So let me make you presenter. So I'll show you once it is completed when I'll get back the control.
Yeah, here see unable to connect to DB times.
Okay, so right. Okay, so seems like your listener is not running. Can you go back to your window?
Okay.
Can you type lsnrctl nrctl space status? Okay, so it's not listening. Okay, do a start lsnrctl start. No, type in lsnrctl first. Start. Okay, do a TNS ping now. Okay, so it's listing. Now try it on your prompt. The window that come in, the welcome page, yeah. Do a next. Your service name check. What is
That is
service name? TNS ping, what it gives? What you got it?
overCL only.
Okay, so service name is correct. Localhost 1521 service name. Okay, put it again. Let's see again. Your other window.
Local.
Localhost 1521 overcl sys. Okay, your password is correct.
Yeah, I've given the one which.
Okay, do a next. Let's see.
Taking some time.
So it's stuck at the moment.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
stuck
see.
and it should.
No, so it has given a, now it says your password, username and password is wrong.
So username and password. Do I need to create? I mean, how can I create a new one?
You would have already created, right? What you gave the other day, Oracle 123, or what was it?
Okay. Oracle 123. I think that was me.
And I
The
don't know whether you
username what
gave
I.
OS caps or however you have given it. When creation, no, when you created it at that time, you gave some password. That's the one.
The username should be.
Yeah, that should be sys because it will be creating your table spaces and other things.
Okay.
So that day you remember you were putting some password with characters and it was not accepting it, and then you
Yes.
change it.
Yeah. Is there any other way to change that? Or
Yeah, you can change the password.
okay.
And I think Rakesh would be a better person. I'll tell you, but he would know. Okay, tell me Rakesh if I'm
No,
doing.
if
So you connect to SQL Plus root SSDBA.
yes.
And then
There is a command
alter
alter
user.
username.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah,
He's telling you.
alter user sys. Yes, yes. Type sys identified by
Okay.
Yeah, type identity.
identified by.
No, space.
No, there is a gap between identified and give the whatever the password you wanted.
Okay. That's it.
Yes, colon and enter. I mean semicolon. Yeah.
No need of that special character.
What is it?
You give it something like words and
Give it.
number for
No, no.
now.
Give it in one line only. Yeah.
Yeah, it showed a star at the rate, right? So maybe special characters it
Yeah,
don't,
yeah.
right?
So it's complaining about that. Now you put that password and try. Okay, so you're done.
Yeah, it is done. Thank you.
No problem. Cheers.
Thank you. Both. Yeah.
Thanks, Rakesh. Okay, so this one is created. So we have created this RCU. and I'm closing this one, and let's see, I think our installation also should have been done. It is done. I'll go to the next one and finish. So now what I have is, I have installation at both places. I have installation here, I have installation here, and just to revalidate, if I go on this, my direct structure should be same. So if I'll do CD, it should enter there. Yes. So let me compare the directory structure. So this is what I've created here, and this was my earlier. So it's matching. So that means all my boundaries there are in sync. So directory structure is same across. Now what I'll be doing is I have to create a configuration. Okay, and I can create a configuration from either side. So depending upon which one I want to be my primary. So for, let's say, if I want to make this as an admin, I can run a configuration from here, or I can also change it when required. So let me run it from here, because we have already run it from this server earlier. So in that case, I'll have to go to common/bin. Okay, I'll tell you one difference here. So this is the path which is new path as per 12c recommendations. Earlier, if you would have worked earlier versions of WebLogic, then it was here. Where I am still under Oracle Common. So WL server and bin. Not here. Common. This common bin. So in previous versions, config.sh and other things used to run from here. But if you run it now, it will run, but it will complain. You see this? It says this is a deprecated script. Please invoke config.sh script under this. So although it runs, because they have still kept the same facility, but they are also telling you that you should run it from here. So because the reason being, it may work for you, but in case they have put some additions, some patches or anything, that will be not available at this location. So it is recommended that we run it from there. This is just for your knowledge, so that you know it how previous versions used to work. So I am in this location. This is my bin, and now I am going to run my config.sh. So this time what I'm going to do is I'll create my admin server on 102 and manage server. Let's just create one managed server. So one managed server on first node, another managed server on second node. So I'll name it CLTR domain, cluster domain. Let me name the full cluster domain. I'm creating a new one, and then going ahead, let me take this. Okay, I don't need anything else for now. So just wanted to make sure that EM, I want EM, so I'm making it use of it, and then next. Okay, as I told, the system is taking some time today. Okay, so domain is being placed. This is my domain location. My domain name is cluster domain, and it is creating application location. So I'll keep the password same, WebLogic 1. And proceeding. Okay, something is being missed. Maybe a typo. Okay, creating in production mode, choosing this JDK which is already chosen. Here I'll be changing it to the schema. Okay, schema was created. I think, yeah, it was created. So this, and my host name should be, let me pick it from here. Okay, my port is correct, my DB service is correct, so I have to enter schema password. So I gave same schema password for everything, so in one way it's easier also to remember, and then I don't have to enter separately for everything. So I'm connecting to database server. Failed to bind schema component. Okay, so am I missing something? Okay, I tell you why. So it cannot connect to database. Let's see the entries into /etc/hosts. Okay, so this is 104. I'm running it from 102. Let me take a duplicate tab and let's do cat/etc/host. Now thing is, it doesn't have entry for my other server, so it is not finding these details. So what I have to do is I have to take up this entry and put it into etc host of this file. Similarly, I'll have to take this entry from here and put it into the other file. So first I'm appending an entry into the first file, first server. So etc host of first server, which is 102, and I'll take this entry. So I'm appending this entry to the first server and copying entry from the first server. So let's see my first server entry into host file. Okay, so I have entry for both now. Let's check on my 104. Does it has entries for both? So it also doesn't have. I just checked it, so it doesn't have. So I'll have to make an entry here as well. So both server should know about each other. Okay, wrong password. And I have appended the entry. Now if I have to revalidate, let me exit from the root first. If I'll do a ping on BISPTRNG, let's see what happens. So it is pinging my current server. I can ping it, which is good. It should be. And I'm checking for the second one. Okay, so it can ping the second one and it knows it with the host name now, which is good. So that means if I'll go to this server and now if I'll ping this, it should be working from here. Let's see. Yeah, so it knows about that server. Let's check it here now. Get RCU configuration. Okay, so it still doesn't know. Maybe the client doesn't exist. Let's go back and see. Alright, kill 1, 2, 3. Okay, I think maybe I will have to put a client here. DNS ping ORCL. Of course, because there is no client here, so it's complaining about it. In that case, let's see, there won't be any aura also here because no client being installed, so definitely it's not there. Okay, so in the meantime what I should do is let me try one more time if it picks up. Otherwise we'll try to run it from the other one as of now, because we need to have client installed, and I have the client but I have it for Solaris as of now, so I'll have to download and do it. Cluster domain. Okay, it's taking some time. Let's see. Also, let me check one more thing before I proceed. Let me check for the disk space if enough is available. Okay, so this is which server? BISP. 14 GB used. That is crazy. It should not have been there. Okay, let me remove few things because most of it is being occupied. Let me remove these two files as of now. Let's check for the disk space again. Okay, 4.9 gigs is what I have got at least. And let me check what is being occupied. So I'm gonna check for here. It's fine, 1.5 gigs and all. DU. Okay, so I am low on disk space as well on that side, so it's not good idea to create it. But let me test if it connects to Weblogic there. BISP. And ORC. Okay, so we'll get this fixed later because we'll have to put a client so that it can connect to database. So right now from this server we cannot connect to database, and also it is low on disk space as well. This is what I see, although I have assigned it close to 25 gigs, but still it shows low. Now at least it is 8.9, which is good. Okay, this is on this server. So before I proceed, let me do some removal here as well. I'll remove the backups one which I don't need. So I don't need this. Okay, anything else I have? No. Okay, so it's gone. Removed. Okay, database is here, so it should be here. Fine. So I'm gonna do one more thing. So I have domains. I already have two domains. So I'll remove these both because I'm going to create a new one. So I don't need this. Okay, removed. Similarly, I will have to go for applications, check, and I'll remove this as well. It's gone. Okay. So let me go back to config wizard. and let me run it. So on my other server, database IP was not reachable, so it was not able to connect it. So once I install my client and other things, I should be able to connect to the database. So once that is fixed, it can be done from here. So right now I'm going to, let me create the same as I have removed. So I'll name it FMW again. It's new domain because I have removed earlier ones. Choosing EM template, going ahead. Okay, creating applications, password, choosing production mode, bisptrng.bisp.com. Missed something. Name it bisp. Get RCO configuration. It is on the server as well. What happened? If everything is fine, DNS ping or CL. Okay, let me just see if my listener is listening. NRC. Okay, everything is fine. Okay, I think it's failing due to the reason being it's not able to take the correct service name. Let me push in the correct service name. So I think it is expecting this. Okay, .bisp.com. Okay, so it's getting the details now. Let's go ahead. I'm giving it same, not selecting it because passwords are same and everything is same. So it is just revalidating at this point. So it has checked for everything. Everything is tested and it's fine. Now here, so just make a note here. Here I'm going to select everything and will be creating everything. So I will also do this target to servers and clusters. Okay. So let me do this. Admin server. I'm not choosing localhost. Instead, I am giving my IP. And let me give the port as same. Let me enable this. Server groups, if I want, I can also select the server groups, but I don't want that. Node manager, I'll assign same credentials as my admin. Okay, now, so here I have to create managed servers. So I'm creating first managed server. And instead of local address, I would say go for this. This is what I have. I'll create another one. And selecting this address. So this has to change. It has to be 5. If I can enable SSL from here as well, so it auto assigns the IP here, you can see. And if you assign server groups, you can assign server groups as well, but this is not required for the same one. So 2 managed server I have created, and right now my IP is same. Cluster, I'll create a cluster now itself, fmw_cl1. I'll not be giving anything now, just a cluster name. And then I'll be assigning both these machines to my cluster. So my cluster, I have assigned both managed servers. This I'm keeping a default coherence cluster. Machine, I'll be adding a Unix machine here, and I'll name it nm1. I'll instead create 2. I'll create nm2 as well. The reason being, I need it for 2 servers, so I'm making it, and this time let it run on localhost, and I'm keeping IPs also same. Let's see if there is a conflict. Okay, and first one I'm assigning to nm1, ms2 I'm assigning it to nm2. So nm1 and nm2 are in 2 different node managers I have assigned. This is about libraries. So admin server will have most of the libraries by default. Now what I'll have to do is I will have to assign these libraries to clusters. So if I'll do it to cluster, everything will be well. So let me add it to cluster. That's all. I won't be assigning any applications, just the libraries. This, if I want, I can do it, but instead I won't be doing it, and let it be. So it will not be pointed to my cluster, but instead only to the admin server. I'll go to next. No targeting on this. And then this is how I create it. So I'm creating my domain. Okay, so till the time it creates domain, let me see. I was trying to install something. Okay, so let's see if this has come up. It is just a plugin or okay, so this is plugin. I actually don't need the plugin as of now because I have to install OHS. So I think I got the wrong one. So this is proxy plugin. Instead, I will take this one. Yeah, so this version of HTTP server, I need it for Linux 64-bit, and let me click a download. Okay, seems like it is expired. Let me click again. Okay, HTTP 12c download. Meanwhile, let me just initiate this download so that it gets downloaded. Okay, so it's downloading. 618 MB. Okay, and my domain is also created successfully. Okay, so this is the location which is same as the other server, and this is the path. Okay, so until I start it, it will not be available. Let's see my location. Let me go to user domain fmw bin and start my admin server. So now this is my first boot, so I am starting my admin server for the first time, and it is asking me for the username and password. You remember why? So how to avoid it? Rakesh, you remember this one?
Yes, we have to modify some files, right? So that it doesn't ask for any password or username.
Yes. So when it asks for the username and password, and every time I start it, it will be keep on asking me. So I will append the entry into boot.properties file. Okay, so remember that. So there is a boot.properties file where I add the entries. for my username and password, and then it doesn't appear. Okay, so let it quickly get started, then I'll show you. It shows my root is 12 gigs. So what is there in root? cdtmp. Okay, must be something. Okay, it is still starting. In the meantime, let me get my Firefox ready. Okay, so this has come. Okay, so it's running now and running on this port. So we should be able to see it now. Okay, not coming in. So one. So I'll change here. So running on this particular port console. Okay, so it is up now. Okay, so what I need to do is as soon as it logs in, so it is logged in now, I'll go to servers. So my first server is configured for nm1 and second server is configured for nm2. So first one, let it be here because first one in my case it is 104. But for second one I'll change it. I'll go to servers. I'll click on log and edit. And I'll change the IP to my other server IP. So I'm keeping port and everything same. Considering it is on different server, I can even keep the port same, but let it be. So save. So this is being changed. Activate changes. I'll activate the changes. So changes activated. So I've changed the server IP for the other server. That's one thing. Now I will also do one more thing. I'll go to my machines and my nm1 is set for first one, but nm2 is also set for first one. So I'll have to change this. So localhost is fine. Okay, so I think it's fine because I'm considering localhost. I have not given the IP. So I'll just change it to plain here. Activate changes and do the same for the first node manager as well. Sorry, I went the wrong. Node manager. From SSL, I'll change it to plain. Save and activate changes. Now this has been done. Now what I have to do is, I'm not going to start these servers. The reason being, they should be running on their respective servers. So first thing I will do is, I'll have to pack and unpack. So I'll go to the first server and I have to run this command. I'll take everything. So this is for one of my Beppel environment. So this is the command line. Pack manage equals to true, and then I have to put my domain home name, which in my case would be, okay, so let me come here. Firefox server is running here. 01/m/o. So this will be my domain home. So pack manage equals to true and domain equals to, this becomes this one. And template I can give, let's say fmw.jar. I'm just naming it. Okay, and template name I am assigning fmw.jar. Okay, so let me run this on the first one, and where I have to run this from, I will go to same location, Oracle common/bin, and then let's run it. So I'm running pack manage equals to true, my domain home I have specified, and I'm giving a template location, so there it should be created, and template name would be fmw. Let's run it. So it is reading from my domain. Maybe it will take some time. Okay, and writing it to the temp location. So it has written it. So let's validate whether this location exists. Okay, so file is being created. Now what I'll have to do is, I'll have to transfer this file to my other server. So from 104, I'll have to transfer it to 192.168.0.102. This would be my server. And location, let's say I'm putting the same location, or /tmp I'll mention. Yes. I have to give password. Okay, so it should have been transferred. Let's revalidate whether it is being transferred. Okay, so I can see the file here. So file is being placed. Now I have done the pack command. Now I'll have to unpack it. So package has been made. Now I'll have to run unpack on my other server, so on the next server. So what I'll do is, I'll run pack command. My domain home would be this, so I have to replace it with my domain home. So this, in case I want to overwrite, I can make it true, but by default I'm keeping it true, so that in case it exists, it will just overwrite. In my case, it doesn't exist at all. So this. So unpacking, giving my domain name, mentioning override domain equals to true, and template name. So on my other server, again I'll have to go to the same location, Oracle common/bin, and then run it. So I'm running unpack. and as soon as I run this unpack, it should be creating a domain. Remember this, I have just done the installation. I have not created any domain on 102. So I created domain here. I did a pack which brought in all domains details into this file, and on this server I am creating an unpack. So when I do an unpack, it should have a directory structure as this. So it should create one directory structure similar to what I already have on 104. So let it complete and then we'll see. Again, seems like it is quite slow. It's responding slow. So in the meantime, I'll let it first create domain, and then I'll shut down my server and then restart. So let's create boot.properties. By the time it's running, okay, I don't have any window. I'll have to open another window. Okay, so this window is free. Where I am at this location. So came into admin server. There is no security directory, so I'll be creating one. And then I have to create a boot.properties file, and I'll say username equals to Weblogic and password equals to Weblogic1 is what I've given. Sorry. Okay, and I'll save it so that next time I start my server, it should be available. Okay, it is still working. Okay, so it's proceeded. So we can see read template. So it has taken this template. After reading it, it has set config option overall domain to true, which was there in our command option, this one. And then set config option domain name to fmw domain. So it has set domain name to fmw domain. And now it is writing to the domain. So basically it will be creating this file. So if we have another server free, let's see, it should be here now. You see this, so this is being created as of now. So it is created at 1536 and time is 1537 now. So domain is being created. Once it is completed, then we should be having all the files, all the required files, and then we'll shut down our admin and restart. Maybe a couple of minutes more. And we should also boot our admin server. The reason being, we have changed few details, nm details and server details. Okay, still not done. It is still writing. So it must be writing here. lslgr. Okay, so all the directories exist, but there is nothing inside it. So it is still writing. So it also depends upon the RAM capacity, and also if RAM is quite less, response will be slow. That's the reason on these systems we cannot create huge number of servers. But as a test, I'm trying to create 2 and then do it. Okay, still nothing, so nothing is being written so far. Okay, let me bring this down for now. And also till the time it is writing that domain, let me start it as well. Okay, so it is writing now. Server is also starting, so let me bring it here. So there must be some files now, at least. Yeah, you see there are few files being shown here, so it may take few more minutes for it to come. So our server also comes up in the meantime, and then domain will be written. So it is still writing the files. So until this is completed, usually it doesn't take such a long time, but considering maybe response is slow or network may not be as required, so it is responding slow. Or this is running, so let's check for this. Let's log in again. Weblogic. I'll do remember for now so that I don't need to log all the time. Okay, so this has come up. Now let's wait for this to complete. So this is how we do it. So if we want to do a horizontal cluster, first thing is we need to create a domain and then create servers, number of servers we need, put it in a cluster, and then from admin console or from config.xml, depending upon your preference, you will have to change the IPs. You can change the IPs, or you can just do pack unpack. You can run a pack command on your first where you have run the configuration wizard. So if you have run your configuration wizard on host A, run your pack command with domain and manage equal to true option, and then run unpack command on your second node where you will be creating additional managed servers. So once that is done, once that is completed, then we can go ahead and start servers. So so this is being completed, this option is being completed. So let me even put this for you. So once you run this command, this is what happens. And let me see, if I have a pack, I would be having it here, I think. Okay, not here, I think I ran it here. Pack command. So this is the output of pack command. So these are the actual. So now once this is done, let me go and check here. Let me go to servers, and if I'm starting my server, it should be starting. So instead of starting ms1, okay, so first thing is I'll have to bring up my node manager 2. So let me start my node manager first on second one. So before that, let me check the node manager's properties. Localhost, let it be fine. Listen port is fine. And secure listener, I'll change it to false. Rest all I'll keep it same. So this time, in spite of assigning it a listen address, I'm listening on localhost. Or let me change it to my IP actually. Let it fail, then we'll see. So this is fine. I'll go to bin, do a start node manager, and see if it fails or runs it. If it runs it, then it should be available in your, it should be reachable. Oh, my server is damn slow today. Is download is not happening, still it's slow. So right now, if I'll see my node manager should be in inactive status. Check for nm2. Okay, so currently inactive. Still loading the domain. Okay, so this is seriously slow. It should not be so slow. So domain is correct. Okay, I think it is extremely slow today, so it's taking time. Okay, so fortunately it started. I think I'll start complaining, so it started listening me. Let's see. Let's go to monitoring. Still it shows inactive. What it shows here. So listener started on localhost 556. Okay, so I'll have to start my admin server once. Before that, let me start on the other one as well. So let me go to node manager. Let's make it false and start my node manager. Okay, so we'll do one thing. We'll continue from here tomorrow. Okay, so this we have set up horizontal clustering. We'll see how it works, and then we'll see also for HTTP server tomorrow. So rest of the session we'll cover it for tomorrow. It's already 1.5 hours being spent.
Okay.
Okay, Rakesh. So let's continue from here tomorrow onwards. So whatever we have done the setup and all, we'll start with node manager and then starting our servers, and then we'll deploy something and then test it. Okay.
Okay. Okay, no issue. Okay, no issue.
So let's catch up tomorrow and then do it.
Okay.
Okay. I'll stop this recording. Yeah, bye bye man.